If you're ready to choose more than just a car and experience more than just a ride, come choose from our huge selection of new Mazdas and save with low 0.9% financing. It's time to move and be moved in your new Mazda from Team Mazda on Airline.
He's busy playing the synthesizer, and that's why he's coming up late.
Does he get paid to do the?
Well,
is that you on
listen, we're short-staffed around here, so everyone's doing a lot of things.
Hey, there you are.
No, I was trying to find out the latest on that record arrival on O'Neill Lane. Waiting for one record that can take two cars. So we'll see what that happens.
You see Wednesday morning as people start getting back to it.
Yes, I have seen just one school bus. Are the kids back?
I think that thing was on the way to maintenance. I don't think
or a gas station.
No, most of the kids, they're still out. Mine, I got one going back Thursday, another one going back
just for
next
one
week.
Day.
Well,
2 days.
Yeah, and then the next week. So big.
So we will have schools tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah, for a lot of folks. Yeah, the mom and dad taxi, and you'll see more than one bus out there. Good luck with the maintenance. We were just talking about the end of carnival season, the end of Johnny put it out there. The king cake. Hope you got your king cake fill. Now we're on to crawfish season.
Why'd you do this?
Because that's exactly right, baby.
No judgment.
Crawfish.
Oh, he just said king cake baby.
From one
king
food
cake
season
baby.
to the next here in
That's how we do.
That's just how we roll.
Yeah, it is.
That's why it's so impossible to lose weight or go on a diet in this state.
We do everything so dang well.
Yes.
Go get your GLPs, the GLP meds.
We're not going to put, there's lists everywhere of like the best crawfish place. So we're not going to put that out. We're not going to be like, who's your favorite?
Oh. I haven't found anybody that does it real poorly in that.
There's not a lot of
Good
stuff. You're right.
answer. Yeah.
You're right.
Some of them are a little spicier than others, but they all seem to come out of the shell real easily, which is the big key for me.
Do you remember the one year where you had done a call out for crawfish and Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser sent you a big old cooler full of
he
crawfish?
Brought it in.
He did. Oh, he did.
That was so good.
That's it.
Lieutenant Governor Nungesser?
You're a glove peeler, aren't you?
No, I am not.
Judgment, the shame.
That's not a true Cajun.
What an insult.
That's not a true Cajun.
Your mama wears gloves when she eats crawfish.
Ooh.
Oh, sir.
Wow.
And the people that pull it out the shell and dip it, that's not a true Cajun.
Well, you got a lot of
Let me tell you what I don't like.
Oh, well, here we go.
And it's prevalent in Lafayette area, KBN.
Okay.
They dust it with that
I don't
seasoning.
get that.
Then your crawfish, it's seasoned already. You don't need the extra seasoning. And I like to suck the heads. I'm not going to put Zatarans on my lips.
They
or
do that in Southeast
Sasheries
Texas, too. The Beaumont, the orange, golden triangle area, they dust in the cooler.
dusting
It's
it.
like,
Who
no.
has the
Just get the
mustard?
boil right, then they're flavored enough. You don't need to add extra.
And that's tricky.
Dust.
And that's tricky.
Well, you mentioned the boil, and I think I've had this conversation with you as well. I got a pseudo uncle out west of here. He's got a crawfish farm as well. Been in the family friend forever. But one of the ways he does it is he boils, but also steams. Anybody ever had steamed crawfish? Now, Now, here's the thing. They were just as good. Congratulations, Bert TJ. You know what you're doing. So we had this. I was out at the farm a number of years ago. He's like, "Yeah, you ready?" I'm like, "What do you mean you're ready? You just put them in." He's like, "No, we're not boiling. We're steaming. 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and they are done." And meanwhile, you're still trying to get the water up to a boil over here for the traditional boil.
Right.
We're full already of crawfish, and they were fantastic. But the sprinkling of the dust kind of reminded me of that because it's one of the things they do pre and post. But they were good. Now look, if you got a good Cajun cook doing the work, then it's going to be good anytime.
Right.
I'll take crawfish
I
anyway.
have heard that there is such a thing as a soft shell crawfish.
Like the whole thing, just going in like a crab.
The whole thing.
Really?
But it's very rare.
No
I
kidding.
wonder who does that. Yes, I'm sure.
But I have
Like you
heard
got to catch them in the mold.
Yeah,
Like,
in the mold.
Yeah.
What about fried soft shell crawfish? Would you try it?
No.
Come on now.
I'd try it.
telling
I love soft shell
Peels
crab.
with gloves.
He peels with gloves.
What? Anybody
gloves.
had any yet this year?
No, I haven't had any.
That needs to be on
Not
the
It's
once.
got to come down a little bit more.
It's got to come
I
on. It's on the
agree.
list.
What are you hearing about prices?
Well, let's see the
The latest
crawfish.
I've seen is about $4 to $5.
Not too bad.
Which isn't bad.
Now,
But I like
yeah.
it more.
Boiled, it's like about 6 still right now. What's the
Yeah.
average on the crawfish app? Are you
I'm
doing
trying
that right
to.
now?
It's having to pick a location and do all of that,
But
and
we
then
do have a lot of locations and a lot of
So
opportunities.
between $4 and $6. This is for boiled.
For boiled.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, we're peeking in at you. Put away the photos.
Crawfish app?
Don't put in your passcode. Don't put in your passcode.
You know what's cool about the Crawfish app? It's free. It's actually started by one of the WAFB sales associates who started here at Channel 9. online.
Yeah, right here.
And now they live in Florida. They still run the Crawfish app.
Yeah.
It's a family business. It's
Yeah.
free for you to access
That's
too, which
great.
is really cool.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for different options, they consult with vendors across South Louisiana,
Sure.
whether you want them live or boiled. So cool little story behind
I like
that too.
that. I like Who was that?
Yes.
Ooh.
His name?
Laney.
Laney.
Yes.
Laney.
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 Yes. Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It's been a minute.
It has.
and
It's
so-
been years. I
yeah.
feel like they moved on since pre-COVID and whatnot. But
Doing
beautiful
fantastic.
family, do great family business. So go support them and find your crawfish too.
Enjoy your crawfish. So
Yeah.
welcome to it. It is that time of season, and hopefully the weather begins to. You were saying earlier though, we got a little roller coaster ride over the next few days, but the next 10 or so days, but the next few days are looking good.
Yeah, we're dealing with some very nice weather
There you
as
go.
we look our way towards Ash Wednesday and beyond. You can see that live look from our Sky 9 camera. Beautiful sunrise right now climbing over the capital city from our Sky 9 camera, brought to you by Our Lady of the Lake. Temperatures are in the 50s this morning, so comfortably cool outside. Grab a light jacket or a sweater as you get ready to head out the door. We've got a little bit of a wind breeze right now. That's going to be our big weather issue for today. So we went from a high wind warning yesterday to a wind advisory. So we're kind of step laddering down in terms of the wind threat. But sustained winds 20 to 30 miles per hour for today. Wind gusts could get as high as 40 miles per hour. We saw some gusts of 30 miles per hour already this morning at Baton Rouge Metro Airport. So this is a forecast for sustained winds from the morning into the afternoon. You can see around 15 to 20 miles per hour sustained, but then we see the drop off in wind going into the evening hours. So that is when we expect the winds to start to decrease, and it'll be a less breezy day for tomorrow. Your hour by hour forecast showing not much of a climb today in terms of temperature. So we're going to stay in the 50s through the morning and then reach the mid 60s by the time we head towards the afternoon today. Zeroed out rain chances as we see a lot of the sunshine icons. Now this cool air that's in place tied to our line of storms that roll through, that was ahead of a cold front. That cold front delivering some of that colder air from Canada just towards our north. It's going to hang around into tomorrow morning. We'll have a cold morning start in the upper 30s, but look at this. We're already starting to see that warm air beginning to infiltrate back in by the end of the week. By Friday afternoon, already expecting to see a daytime high near 80 degrees. Next disturbance in the mix are starting to arrive as we head towards the weekend, but this is going to have more of a Pacific origin, so it's not going to have that bitter cold air behind it, which could result in a severe weather threat. So that's not going to be the case this time around. So yeah, rain chance on Saturday is in the likely category at 60%, but it's not going to be a complete washout. We'll have periods during the weekend where we will be able to get in outdoor events, but it's Saturday afternoon in particular. If you do have an outdoor event planned, may want to have that indoor option ready to go as that plan B. So here's Futurecast Friday night into Saturday morning. Again, Saturday morning, not too bad. We'll have a few clouds around and maybe a passing shower or two, but it's late morning into the afternoon. Here comes the abundance of rain, some elevated thunderstorms. So we're not talking about surface-based thunderstorms that can produce a lot of the bad wind and tornado threats. So we're going to be dealing with elevated thunderstorms, maybe a rumble or two of thunder is it, and some lightning. And then as we go into Saturday evening, rains start to dissipate, but they could linger and could even linger into Sunday morning before the system itself starts to exit. So we should be able to see much more salvageable weather as we head into the weekend. Right now, the Weather Prediction Center estimating anywhere from 1/10 to 1/2 inch of rainfall essentially across our area. So no flood threat expected either. So here's your extended forecast. Below normal temperatures through Thursday. Take a look at that Thursday morning low, 38 degrees. And then we're near 80 degrees by the next day on Friday afternoon. And there's those rain chances as we head into your weekend. Johnny?
Thank you, Jeff. Good morning, everybody. O'Neill Lane's still a little backed up. The interstate's doing better. We're still waiting on the wrecker to come and take these vehicles away. A wreck happened over an hour ago with an overturned vehicle right there. That's O'Neill Lane, southbound, right at the interstate on-ramp. All things are accessible there. They're just kind of waiting on the wrecker. Backups no longer, the O'Neill Lane off-ramp's no longer backing up onto the interstate. Separate and aside from the O'Neill Lane problem, a stalled vehicle against the left shoulder, right against, you see the map vehicle kind of warning people about that. So we take you out toward Denham. And your Denham to Baton Rouge run, very, very good this morning. This is a little slow traffic right there getting on the interstate at Range. And then we take you down to O'Neill Lane. You can see the backup on O'Neill Lane southbound right past Old Hammond to the point of that incident, which is still right there, still waiting on wrecker. So hopefully we will get that cleared up. That I saw this earlier. That might be the guy there, not quite sure. All right, 7:12, our WAFB 9 News Now continues as we enter the Christian period of repentance called Lent. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hey, before you get going, a few things going on today we want to make sure that you are aware of, including a conversation and kind of a back and forth about library funding in East Baton Rouge Parish, talking about the tax renewal.
Last week, you had East Baton Rouge Parish Council members lead their series of meetings. This week, it's the East Baton Rouge Parish Library System. So as Matt mentioned, it's a series. So tonight, from 5 to 8 p.m., you can head to the EBR Main Library on Goodwood Boulevard. Leaders are going to be there from the library to answer your questions about this millage, to talk about what they use that money for and how they plan to use it in the future.
I want to remind you there is a vigil tonight for Southern University student Caleb Wilson. Died last week, if you recall. An investigation going on right now into his death. But the focus tonight, Liz, is all about Caleb.
That's it. So if you want to make your way to the Isaac Greggs Band Hall, the lawn, the vigil is going to start 5 p.m. tonight. We also want to let you know today is Ash Wednesday. We've been talking about crawfish and the Lenten season itself. If you are a Catholic believer and you'd like to go get your ashes or attend Mass today, Matt Venezia has a web story for you to find a list of different Catholic churches where you can get those ashes today, a number of different places and times where you can partake too.
After the ashes, it's all about the crawfish.
Two-stop shop? Can you get crawfish at church? How convenient would that be?
One-stop shop, please. Yes, indeed.
How is that not a thing down here yet?
You should have a crawfish trash to
Ashes and
go.
crawfish.
Can they do drive-through confessions too?
And listen, they may work on it. I think you got an idea going here.
Anchored by the performance and reliability of the Civic and Accord, Honda has once again been named the best car brand for the 4th year running by U.S. News and World Report. Come see the lineup of award-winning Hondas at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Seagan Lane.